Hey y'all, Vern Clausen, Canyon City, Colorado, Royal Gorge Reloader here. Out at the range today, nice day, quiet, not a lot of people out here today. Gonna do some testing on some of the 12 gauge and 20 gauge stuff that I've been building. If you've watched my video on building 20 gauge slugs out of 45 ACP, I'm going to test those today. I've got a few different variations and I'm going to show you those. I've got some factory loads that I'm going to shoot out of that slug gun first and make sure that I get on target, and then I'll be able to see where my other stuff is hitting. And we'll try to take a few shots and then show you, shot for shot, try to give you shot for shot what's going on down there. Maybe do the 3-shot group and then show you the results, or we'll just kind of see how it goes today. Not real adept at what we're doing out at the range yet, and how to get these different camera angles and how to work 3 or 4 cameras at a time. It takes a lot of work and takes a lot of time, but it's fun doing it, and I appreciate you guys watching. I like all the likes and subscribes you guys are sending. Please keep them coming. If you haven't subscribed yet, or and you like the content, give it a like, give it a subscribe, and we'll keep doing them for you. So I'm gonna take a little break here and pause the camera for a second, and I'll show you what I've got laying out on the table and tell you about it. Well, I'm not sure exactly where to start, so I'm just going to start here. I got a 12 gauge rifled barrel for my 500 Mossberg, and it's got that setup for the scope, and it stays on the barrel. It's actually fixed to the barrel, and so when you take it off, it takes the scope off with it, and in that way it's not getting messed up, banged around or whatever. You guys might have seen me load these large pistol or large shotgun primers in some of these. We're going to try some of those. I'm going to do some of the small primer stuff that I built. I am going to do some slugs. The factory stuff that I've got here, I don't have a lot of it, but I've got some of that. And then I'm messing around trying to build one here. And then these are just birdshot, the .177 BB stuff that I've been building. And we're going to see how that groups. The 20 gauge. I've been building those 45 ACP slugs. And I've got one written down here, what it is. And it's 48.5 ACP. 230 grain is what it weighs. We've got 28 grains of long shot in there. It's a Federal 209 primer. And 310 grain total weight with the slug, the wad, and the little felt thing that I'm wrapping around it. I've got 3 different sizes that I'm going with, and I'm going to try them out. I've got 3 that I've got at 2 inches, 3 at 2 1/8 inch, and then I've got several at 2 1/4 inches. And then I built a couple of nasty looking slugs that I'm just going to shoot and get rid of. But I'm going to shoot these factory slugs first and see how I do on my aim. I've got the 20 gauge 2 3/4 inch rifled slug, the Super X, the Remington sluggers, 2 3/4 inch 5/8 ounce, and I've got the Super X Winchester 2 3/4 at 3/4 ounce. But we're going to give them all a try and try to let you guys know which is which while I'm doing it. We're going to do the 12 gauge out of my Mossberg 500. Got this for a birthday present one year. Thank you to my lovely wife. We got the 20 gauge New England firearm. Got a scope setting on top of it. It's just a CV Life Timu scope. It cost me 35 bucks. And it's been doing wonderful for me. I like it a lot. And the new addition to the family here, we got Citadel semi-automatic 12 gauge. And then I've got some of that birdshot that I built with the .177 BBs. We're going to see how it runs through this Citadel. So I'll be right back and we'll get to shooting. Okay, so I forgot to show you. I've got my target set down there, 50 yards with for the slugs here. And if I'm hitting a couple inches high, I'll be happy with that, because then at 100 I should be still within the kill zone there. Slugs are not notorious for being real accurate, but we're going to see what we can do, and maybe we can change a little bit of that, build some of my own stuff that's a little more accurate. We'll get to shooting here and I'll show you what's happening. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to switch out this barrel, the smooth bore for my shotgun here, and we're going to put the slug barrel on here with the cantilever on it. And these are really simple, these things. They just pretty much slide together, and then it's got a little screw down here on the end, and you want to make sure that you're about half cocked so that it'll go in smooth, and then run it back, tighten it down. We're ready to go. I'm going to put factory slugs in this thing first, and we're going to see how they group. See if I can get them on paper. I've never shot this one yet. Never shot this slug barrel. So you guys are along for the ride, and we'll see how they do. I like the way these slugs look. If I can get mine to look that pretty, that'd be great. But we're gonna run them one at a time and see how they do. I'll try to shoot, and then I'll try to show you the shot as well when I edit everything out, and we'll see how this works. Okay, here we go. Shot number 2. I decided to go ahead and get my bag out so I could get a little more steady, and maybe we can be a little more accurate. I'll turn the scope up. See if I can see where we're hitting. Yep. I believe I see holes down there. We'll go check. I may have mentioned this on a video before, but you know, it really kind of torques me off when people come up here and they just leave trash laying everywhere. And you know, they leave shotgun shells laying and ammunition laying everywhere, and and it just kind of torques me off. I come up here, I can shoot, bring the family up here, and we have a good time. And then we bring rakes and shovels and trash bags and all sorts of good stuff, and we try to clean up at least one spot, at least the spot that we're shooting at, because usually there's a lot of people up here shooting, and you just never know. So let's see here, not too bad. I can tell this one here on the far left, you can see it down here, right there. That was my first shot because I was wobbling all over the place. I got my bag out, and here we are right here. That's about 2 inches above center, and I think that that's pretty good. Let me go try another one, and we'll try to show you that. Maybe I'll do 3 more and see where they land, and then we'll come down and show you the target again. Okay, shot number 3 here. Let's see how we do. See if we can get these things grouped. I'm going to go ahead and run 3, and then we'll go down there and we'll look at the target. That one hit dead center in the red, so let's see. Well, I'll tell you what, I might go over to Mantiques in Florence. That's where I get all my stuff, Mantiques. Best shop in the land. Gonna steal that from Hootie. Anyway, we're gonna go down here and take a look. Okay, so here's the results. Y'all saw this one here was my first shot that I aimed at the, off the bag. And then I put 2 here. And then I wanted to see if I was being accurate with it. So I aimed for the 8. And we got 1 up here. So that's pretty good. I think I'll leave that alone. I'm going to leave the scope alone. And we're going to see if I can get my hands on some more of that Seller's ammo. We're going to go back over here to the table. That's on my truck and table and everything set up. And we'll go get set back up and try something else. Okay, so I went down and I put a little duct tape over the holes in the target there, and since we're doing the slugs first, gotta switch over to the 20 gauge, and I'm gonna run 3 of these Remington Slugger. They're 5/8 ounce, 2 3/4 inch shell, and they're gonna go out of my New England Firearm 20 gauge, and we'll get you set up and we'll shoot 3 and we'll go down and look. Be right back. You guys are kind of on the inaugural trip for a couple of these, or 3 of them actually. I never shot that slug gun for that 12 gauge before. It just happens to be dead on from whoever had that slug bore before and got that scope set. And I think I like it. I like it a lot. I've been got this 20 gauge slug gun so that I can go hunt some whitetail along the river. Along the river where there's hiking paths, things like that. Colorado says you can only do slug shotgun or bow. You can't even do a crossbow because in Colorado it's considered a firearm. So you have to either be a bow or a slug gun. So anyway, we'll try a couple of shots here and see what happens. And I like this little gun. I like it a lot. Okay, so We're right at about an inch high on that first shot. Let's see here, looking at the hole on the inside, see how it looks, and maybe we'll probably be able to reload these slugs, so we'll give that a try. And maybe I'll pony up some dough and actually go buy some real slugs for it and load those. Too touching, y'all. Too touching. I'll try one more here and see if I can not screw up this group. Man, I'll tell you what, I'll take that all day. That's clover leafing, 50-yard shot out of my 20 gauge, running these Remington slugs, the Remington Slugger 5/8 ounce. I'll take that all day. I'll go down here and show you before I brag too much. Okay, so there's my results from that Remington 5/8 ounce, 2 3/4 inch shell, 3 touching at an inch high at 50. I'll be, dead on or maybe a couple inches low at 100, and I'm pretty happy with that. I'm not going to mess with that scope at all. We're going to try a couple of those other factory rounds and see how they do. I'll get these covered up with some tape and then we'll get going on the others. Be right back. Okay, so we're back. Not having real good luck trying to get my cameras to sync together, so we're doing this chopped up. Be patient with me, folks, please. We'll get to it, I promise. So we're going to try the Winchester Super X, a 20 gauge 2 3/4 inch shell. These are the 5/8 slug. And then I've got the Winchester Super X 20 gauge 2 3/4 ounce shell. It says it's doing 1,600 feet per second, so we'll see what's going on, and we'll break them up. I'll show you where this 3-shot group hits, and then we'll switch over and do this 3-shot group out of this one. Okay, here we go. Shot number 1, Winchester Super X, 5/8 load. Wow. About 5 or 6 inches high. Could have been me. Maybe it's just the difference in the ammo. Not every gun likes every kind of ammo you give it. So it might be a fan of the Remington stuff, and maybe it don't like the Super X. We're going to find out. If it hits all in the same spot, if it hits all in the same spot and groups as tight as that Remington did, maybe we'll adjust it and use this stuff. We'll have to see what happens here. No. Okay. So we're getting a bit of a spread here. And we'll see. I like to believe that I'm a little better shooter than that. But, you never try to squeeze easy. Get the same spot. Well, I had 2. It's about 6 or 7 inches high. And then I had one that hit where the Remingtons did. So that's kind of inconclusive. And since I can get this stuff, I know where to find it. Maybe I'll just go ahead and burn these other two and see where they're hitting. I'll do 5 shots out of that box and see what's going on with it. Might be a learning curve here. Yeah, that one that hit down there where the Remingtons did is the only one that hit down there so far. So I got 3 clover leafing 6 inches high of where the Remingtons were. So let's see if I can screw this up and put one way off the paper or something. Yeah, that one went right. So, you know, that could have been me because I gripped 3 of the others, but I did have 2. I had one that went low and then I had one that went right. So we'll take a walk down there and check that one out real quick. Okay, so like I said, my first shot came in here, right here, at the, right there. The second shot went here, and that's why I thought maybe I squeezed that one high. But then I put 2 more here. You can see them clover leafing, 1, 2, 3. And then that last one flew over here, which could have been me, because that's, you know, it's halfway between the top and the bottom ones, and then they weigh a couple inches right there. So could have been me. We'll see. I'll get some more of that ammo and we'll run more testing out of it and see if it likes it. And if it keeps slinging them like that, then we'll know that it's that ammo and it just don't like the ammo. Next up, Winchester Super X 20 gauge 2 3/4 inch round. Says 1600 feet per second, and it's the 3/4 ounce 20 gauge slug. So still running them out of my New England Firearms 20 gauge single shot. And we'll get set up here. We're gonna shoot all 5. See where it groups, and I've got the holes covered up with some more duct tape because I'm cheap. Can't see why we'd waste more targets. Anyway, we're gonna shoot all 5, and then we'll see. We'll go down and look at them, see how it does. I forgot to mention it. Those 5/8 rifled slugs. They were their rifled slug is meant for a smooth bore, and then you get the sabot rounds that are meant for a rifled bore. So there is a big difference, and we'll get to that more at the loading bench and talk about it. But these are the 3/4 ounce 2 3/4 inch 1600 feet per second, and we're gonna shoot all 5 of them, see how it grips, see where it comes in. That one was about 2 inches high, maybe, of the red, center of the red. Hold the same spot. Helps if you cock it. But I could feel myself trying to jerk a little bit, so That'll give me a chance to calm down. That's got potential. Almost the same hole. So a little heavier slug might put a whooping on that deer a little faster. Or for warming up the barrel, but shotguns are meant for warm barrels, right? I'll tell you what, I think I like the Remingtons, but these do have potential, and I've got 2 or 3 boxes of this, so we'll bring it out and we'll play with it some more. Well, let's go down and take a look. Okay, so not sure how many of y'all out there are slug shooters, but I believe I would take that. That last shot I squeezed off a little bit fast and hit down here in the red, right here. Anyway, the rest of them all in a nice group up there, and I believe I'd take that round hunting too. So get these covered up and we'll go set up for something else here. Okay, well, so we know what the factory slugs will do, and we're gonna go ahead and run a couple of my homemade slugs and see if I can even get them on the paper. I don't know where they'll hit, but should be coming in at just a little under 5/8 of an ounce, so a little bit closer to 1/2 ounce. So we're gonna give it a try and see what they do. Got 3 different variations here, so I'm probably not going to show you all of them. I'm just going to shoot shoot 4 of them or 5 of them maybe, and see if I can get them to group. If I can't get them to group, I'm not going to waste them. I'll just go I'll go home and take them apart, try a different kind of experiment next time. We'll see what happens here. I really kind of hope they'll group. The last ones I built grouped. They were okay. And they have a tendency to kick a little less. Hey. Not. Okay. So I see it high and left. And could be because they're lighter. Could be because they got less powder in them. Could be because they're not flying great. They're not a rifled slug. They're just leave something to be desired, that's for sure. They're gonna be, this is a work in progress, and we'll see what we can do with them. There's 4. Do one more, and then we're gonna get my Citadel out, play with it a little bit, see how it does. There are a lot of people don't like them Citadels. Okay, so wow. Think I might have loaded that a little hot, or we did something wrong to it. It blew that shell casing in half. So I think I'm gonna quit screwing around with these and see what else I can come up with to build, and see how they act. Anyway, we'll get some of this factory stuff built, putting this Citadel in, and we'll see how she runs. We'll be right back. Thank you. Okay, so this is the Citadel. Is the semi-automatic. This is the wild boar version of it, and we gonna give it a try. There's a lot of people don't like them. They're not getting great reviews, but we're gonna just blast a few and see if they'll run, and we'll see how we like it. So hold on, and here we go. Got it. Failure to eject. Uh-oh. I don't think it likes my light loads, my shelves that I put together. It is running and shooting them, but they ain't got enough oomph to bring the slide back and load the shot. Oh. Note to self, you don't like them. We're gonna try some of these factory, see how they run. I'll put another one in there. Let's make sure, see if it'll bring the next one forward. Oh, these are not factory. These are all stuff I built, and they just don't have enough oomph to get rid of that shell. So try some of this bird shot that I built. Shot shell primer. And see how those run. We got them all marked with LP or SP for short or long, or short or large primers. My bad. So there's all 5 of those, and we'll see how those do. will not eject them. Feeding them okay. This doesn't have enough kick. I mean, there's no kick at all. I mean, you can take the kids out and let them shoot these out of a single shot. And wouldn't hurt their shoulder at all. Get them used to a shotgun, get them used to the shooting. Yeah. But it don't like those at all. We're going to try the small primers. I expect the same thing out of them. I don't expect it to want to eject those either. It's not. Show you how little kick this thing's got. It ain't kicking at all. You could just there is no kick to it at all. Barrel gets hot pretty quick. So I'm gonna get some factory stuff for this, and we'll see how it runs. I'll maybe bring you out and show you that. You know, I think I've got a few factories here. Let me see if I've got one factory for sure. Maybe two. Let's see how that comes out. Yeah. Now, first one was factory, second one was my load. So it's just my loads just don't have enough oomph behind them. So we'll, like I said, we're playing. We're gonna find out. We're gonna learn. We're gonna do this, and we're gonna get it worked out, and then we'll get some more loaded, and then we'll see you on the next round. So we'll talk to you later. Y'all be safe out there. Be good to one another. Be kind. We'll see you again later. Bye-bye.